I want to thank everybody for coming. Members of the press, friends, family, citizens of Baltimore. Take a good look at these two courthouses. Their very foundations are cracked. It's not just because they're old buildings. Our justice system is broken. Judges do not hand down equal justice to everyone in Baltimore. Black people and white people are not being treated equally by the courts. The rich and the poor are not treated equally by the courts. In times like these, we can take comfort in Dr. Martin Luther King's immortal words. He spoke to the very issues before us today when he said, "What the illusion of supremacy is destroyed, the truth of equality will nourish." We need equal justice for everyone to nourish this city right now. I'm Todd Oppenheim, and I'm running for Circuit Court Judge. I want to change the way things are done around here. It's time to end the status quo. I believe our courts are a fundamental problem beneath Baltimore's uprising. I'm tired of seeing injustices caused by judges. I'm tired of excessive bails set by judges and bail reviews. I'm tired of police misconduct perpetuated by bad court rulings. I'm tired of the failed war on drugs still being carried on in our courts. I have the legal experience, energy, and passion needed to bring equal justice and fairness to the bench in Baltimore. I came to Baltimore City for law school in 2000 and have not left. I'm proud to call Edna Gardens my home for the past 10 years. I bike to work. When I don't, I take the MTA. I volunteer at the SPCA on Falls Road. I foster dogs. I help out with the Master Swim program at the Y on 33rd. I play ball all over town. I love this city. And in 2003, I found my passion as a public defender here in Baltimore City. I've been a hardworking, tough as nails, effective, and outspoken, as you can tell, advocate for indigent people since then. I'm a fighter. As an attorney in the OPD, I've excelled at every level of criminal litigation. In these courthouses, I've tried over 75 jury trials, including the most serious of cases. I've litigated countless judge trials, hearings, and motions. I've tried more cases as an attorney than some of the judges have overseen from the bench. My experience as a lawyer and a city resident over the years have shaped my beliefs in the changes that I will make as a judge. I've been inside cells at the Baltimore City Detention Center. I've walked through the day rooms. I've gasped at the protective custody units. I've witnessed what the jail considers a hospital and what passes for a meal around there. Do you honestly think the people in black robes over here can relate?
No.
Do they know the gray wastes? I've seen my clients and their families' lives shattered by excessive bails set by judges. I've seen innocent men plead guilty to get out of jail. I've seen the harm the system can cause to people's mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, and children. When elected, I will take these images to the bench with me every day that I'm a judge. Now make no mistake about it, I wear the other shoe too. I've been a victim, robbed at gunpoint on my own block. I've had property damaged and stolen, had friends and family fall victim to crimes too. I bring quite a perspective. It's a perspective that leads to fairness, to both sides in the courtroom, something that our judges sorely lack. Fairness starts with bail reform. Let's eliminate money bail.
Yes.
Yes.
Paying for freedom when you're supposed to be presumed innocent before your trial is a very interesting concept. It works, sure, for people with money. However, it doesn't work for the vast majority of people in the system. Take, for example, Heather Cook, former bishop. She killed Tom Palermo while he was biking and wasn't arrested for several weeks. She immediately made bail. I'm going to say it plain. If a black man with her record had done the same thing, he would have been locked up on the scene and then held straight through trial with a massive bail. I see it with my clients. Under the current rules, these judges set bails that are unreachable for most defendants. An unreachable bail might as well be no bail. I won't do that. I won't use bail to punish people who haven't even stood trial yet. I'll use the pretrial resources at my disposal as a judge to come up with alternatives to the old bail formulas. Releasing people under pretrial supervision saves lives and money. Next, as a judge, I promise you, I will be anything but a rubber stamp for police misconduct like our current crop of judges. In the courtroom, I watch judges continuously strip away people's Fourth Amendment rights against illegal searches and seizures and uphold bad policing. That's not good. And that's not me. Regular cops and citizens will be on equal footing in my courtroom. There's a place for good policing, don't get me wrong. We should expect it. There's just too much of the bad, perpetuated by flawed rulings in the courtroom. Remember, when a judge excuses or overlooks illegal action in one case, there are 10 more violations of people's rights for the same type of actions that don't result in court cases. Sometimes, as we learned yesterday, police violations extend to our pets too. Finally, as a judge, I will bring with me the understanding that the war on drugs needs to end. Mass incarceration is a hot button issue today, even on the presidential level. But I've been fighting it for my whole career. Check my record. Now is the time to seize the opportunity for reform. We have the momentum. They don't want to address it. They are complacent. Change is not in the judge's vocabulary. How can you run on a platform of the same old when a revolution is taking place right outside your doors? It's like April didn't happen in Baltimore for the black robes. Mandatory sentencing practices should be eliminated, yet our sitting judges do nothing. Jailing people for every last drug offense needs to stop, but it continues. Treatment should be a priority. Judges, the people who actually hand down these ridiculous sentences, seem to be silent on these very issues. Excuse me. Instead, we need to rethink the model, which our courts are built upon, and act. Judges can do it, and I will. After more than a decade of experience working in the system and seeing no changes from the bench, I'm fed up. It's time to be heard outside the courtroom because they're not listening. It's time to get me in there so I can change the system from within. But I can't do that without your support. We're up against a machine, the status quo. Year after year, the sitting judges get elected. But look at our system. Are you happy? Does it work for everyone? Of course not. They say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Well, the people of Baltimore aren't nuts. Don't do it again. Help me in this fight. I want everyone to listen to this. Attorneys that I know are privately supporting me, yet they're afraid to lend their names to my cause for fear of retaliation or less favorable treatment from these judges. Some of you are here. We should not have to fear the status quo like that. Buck the trend. While I can't promise you a favor in the courtroom, I can promise you a better system than the one we've got.
Amen.
Volunteer to help my cause. Donate money. Most importantly, give me your vote and encourage others to do so.
All right.
Go to toforjudge.com to find out more about me or to contribute. Electing me, Todd Oppenheim, Circuit Court Judge, will bring an infusion of equal justice to the bench in Baltimore, which our city needs now. Thank you.